Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Legendary Leaders. I am your host, Katrina Jameson. I'm the founder of Legend Leaders, where we arm business leaders with the strategies they need to live life on their terms, a legend life. Okay, I have a really important question for you right now. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for this important question as we're in almost halfway through the year? How's it going with your New Year's resolutions? How's it going with those New Year's resolutions? Probably not the question you thought I was going to ask you, but at the same time, let me wager a little guess. You're probably going, what? New Year's resolutions? I haven't thought about those in months. And I'm smiling because I know that to be the case. You know, we kick off the beginning of the year, we have these great intentions of doing something better for ourselves, improving our self-care. Primarily, that's what we commit to, right? Working out more, eating healthier, spending more time reading or learning or doing something to really make ourselves feel better and stronger, either mentally or physically or both, right? But the majority of people, right, like over 90% of people, don't even make it through the month of January before they've lost their resolutions. And so that's why my question is what it is today. How's it going with your resolutions? Now, I would tell you that if you stopped moving forward on those resolutions, if you've maybe given up, and I know you're a high achiever, so when I say you've given up, that just, that's like a punch to the stomach. I get that. But let's just be honest, right? We haven't followed through with those resolutions. And it's not because they're hard, and it's not because you don't want to do it, but it's because we tell ourselves things like, when I eat chocolate, I'm happier. And I deserve to be happier, so I'm going to eat chocolate. Or, hey, I really need to be getting in front of the computer first thing in the morning instead of working out. My career is that important. There's crazy things happening in the business, whatever it is, right? And so I really believe that I need to spend that time working instead of working out. Those are the stories that we tell ourselves. And so here's the deal. Why do we do that? Well, we tell ourselves stories because here's the truth. We don't want to make liars out of ourselves. Our identities are critical. We've talked about our identities in the past. The identity that we have within each of ourselves is something that we must live up to. We say that we are truthful. We say that we act and live with integrity. We say that, we put other people first. And so if we do things that don't align with our identities, then we have to get back on track. And so the way that we stay on track with our identities when it comes to those resolutions, for example, is that we tell ourselves, I'm happier eating chocolate. I deserve to be happy. So that we're not liars and say, well, I just couldn't eat healthier, right? We make up a story. We tell ourselves something that we can believe that aligns with our identity, and then we're okay. And that's the truth. Now, so the question that I really want you to answer now that we've walked through that pre-frame a little bit is, what is the biggest story that you're telling yourself right now as it relates to your overall life? What's the biggest story that you're telling yourself? And I can tell you that having worked with multiple clients, hundreds of people, living it myself, let me throw this one out here and see if it resonates with you. I really want to live life on my terms. I really want to live in a way that makes me happy and fulfilled. And I know that I want that, but I don't know how to achieve it safely. I don't know how to do that and not put my career at risk. And so, you know what? This is fine. Life is good enough. That's a story you're probably telling yourself right now. Life is good enough. And you've gotten there because people have, looked at your life and they're envious, they're appreciative. I mean, you have all of these amazing things. You have a successful business, you have a successful career, or both, right? And on the outside, you look like you have everything, but on the inside, you're saying, there has to be something more to life than this. And you want to have the something more. You want to live out the something more, but because you don't know which rules you must keep intact in your life, right? The rules to keep your career safe, your livelihood safe, the thing that generates your income, that provides for your basic needs. Because you don't know with certainty how to keep that part of your life safe and which rules you must follow to keep that part of your life safe. You don't want to change any of the other rules because it's scary. So on one hand, you say, I want to live life on my terms. Katrina, it sounds great. You say this all the time. Please help me live life on my terms. And I come in and teach you things like, how to organize your time effectively. And I'm teaching you things about how to really identify and create your new identity, your old story and your new story. And I'm arming you with all of these personal leadership pieces. But at the end of the day, if we don't anchor in together how to keep you safe in your career, how to move you forward confidently in your career or your business, and you master that one rule, the one rule that if you can master will have you successful in your career or in your business, such that then you can change all the other rules for yourself. If we don't master that, me teaching you how to adjust your identity or define your purpose or all of those pieces and parts that help you actually create life on your terms, it's not going to matter. You're not going to be willing to step forward and grab that life and start living it if you don't feel safe enough to do that. And I get that. And you get that. And I want you to take some time right now to acknowledge it. You're not weak. You haven't made wrong decisions. But I don't want you to settle. You don't deserve to settle. You deserve to live life on your terms, which means you deserve to learn the one rule. The one rule that when you master it through the 3 leadership pillars, you can create the life on your terms. You have the security, the financial security, the security in your career, the security in your business that then frees you up to change all of the other rules. It sounds amazing. I know it does. I promise you that this is really the truth. I've lived it. I've worked through clients that have done it. It's proven. The one rule that you have to master is all about value. It's all about value. Value in your career, value in your business. And when you master the ability to provide value, you get security. That security allows you to then live life on your terms. So if that's interesting to you, if you're like, oh, this sounds great. That makes perfect sense, Katrina. That is why I'm just settling for this life. That's why I'm telling myself, I know that life has to be more than just this, but I don't know how to get more than just this safely. So forget it. I'm not jeopardizing my livelihood. I've got to take care of my family. So I'll just live this way. And what I want you to know is that you have access right now. You have access to the strategies that we teach here at Legend Leaders to help you move forward. Now, through the rest of the month, I'm going to teach you the other pieces of the strategy and what that looks like. I'm going to arm you with a bit more knowledge. But understand that we're here to help, that you do have the solution, that the answer is right here. You found it. You're not alone. You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you for wanting something more. You're a high achiever. You know how to achieve. But what you're looking for is fulfillment, and you can have both of those things safely. So join me next week. Let me teach you a little bit more about how to add value and what does that look like and what are you mastering. As always, go and be legendary.